In today's video quiz, I'm going to be discussing chapters 5 through 7. So we'll start with chapter 5. In this chapter, it says that there's no right or wrong way to prepare for a speech, but it's just going to give you some helpful tips on how to get off on the right foot. So when you're choosing a topic, you really want to consider why, what, and what's the point. But when you're writing this speech, it's going to fall into the categories of to inform, to persuade, and to entertain. To inform, you're really going to be sharing understanding with your audience, so they're going to be getting a lot of information that they're going to process during the speech. And then to persuade is also very highly informative, but they're going to be persuading and the speech is going to have like a change. And then there's to entertain. These speeches are obviously for your entertainment, but an example of this would be toast, farewell speeches, and anything in that nature. And then another thing that I got from chapter 5 was introductions and conclusions. In my first speech, I had trouble with my conclusion, so I paid close attention to this. An introduction is the starting point of your speech. So this helps prepare the audience for all the information they're going to get. So first you want to start with an attention grabber. So maybe something like a story, a statistic, a quote, or feedback. You want to have something that's going to keep their attention. And then next is the credibility and strength. That's something like all the information that you gathered and make sure that it's credible. So you want to explain a little bit about your research that you got. And the next are the main ideas and the central idea. So that's where you get your thesis statement. That's where you're going to give an insight on what you're going to be talking about throughout your speech. So it needs to be clear. And then at the end, you're going to have your conclusion. So this is like restating your thesis, but you're going to talk about not just why, but you're going to need and try to have them remember key points in your speech that you talked about. And so you want to end on a really strong note. So moving on to chapter 6, this was about creating a outline. I have never really created an outline for a speech before, so this was very helpful to me. So first you need to identify a speech title and a significant purpose. So you want to have the labels on your outline, so maybe you need to have the proper introduction, a body, and a conclusion. There are also other elements that you could label, such as the attention grabber, the preview of the main points, and transition. And at the end, you always want to cite your sources. So, and lastly, I'm going to move on to chapter 7, which is gathering information. There are all kinds of credible resources on campus, such as the library. In the library, you can find the librarians. They're there for your best interest. They're there, they can access information to online, and they have printable ones. There's also databases in the library, the periodical and the academic ones. Those help you that you can narrow down your search and to all areas and specific types of journals, so that could be very helpful. There's all kinds of resources and useful tools, and this doesn't even begin to cover all the ones that are available to us. So thank you for watching.